What's up, y'all? It's Smooth, Miss Uncut. Right? Join me on YouTube at Smooth. Join me on YouTube at Miss Uncut. SMOOV. Yeah. So I wanted to talk to y'all real quick. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, promoters. I don't really know too much. Like, I know about the business, but at the same time, it's when it comes down to the industry, entertainment, right? So what I do know is, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I do know is when you do have a promoter, when you do have a manager, and when you do have an agent, they know. They never claim that they don't. They claim that they actually work with you. They claim to have met you. Like, I just wanted to explain this to you because there are people out there, they don't understand how certain things went in my life. At the same time, they didn't get what was going on. They didn't understand. They didn't overstand, you know what I'm saying, like things that went on. Me dealing with, you know what I'm saying, somebody like Black Tiger, which I never really dealt with in the first place. Black Tiger was a groupie. That's just was. He followed me everywhere. I understand people follow people, you know what I'm saying, like they get, but the extent to where he actually done it, that's not acceptable. The way, you know, like he was on his stalker shit. That's what type of he was on his shit, you know, like he went to the extent to actually like, you ever, I think I mentioned this on my live before, like with the whole thing with Rihanna and LL Cool J. I think it was Taylor Swift and Ashanti actually have to, you know, like get a restraining order on her stalking and stuff like that, because he was just pretty much doing too much. Rihanna had her stalker actually enter her home, and I think she also had to take him to court. I think Taylor Swift had to actually take her stalker to court too. And that's exactly where I'm gearing to, because, you know, like, because I live here right now, this is where I reside at right now. So the need for Black Tiger to have the need to actually have access to me, you know what I'm saying, like that's the actual problem. And he's actually convincing everybody, you know what I'm saying, like he actually tried to convince everyone that he really knew me. And that's so far from the truth, you know what I'm saying, like, and he says that he don't know me, but he pretty much tried to act like he was my manager or my agent. He tried to act like that he actually owned a business within the actual music industry or whatever industry that, or any type of entertainment, and he does not own it. He doesn't own any business in the industry at all whatsoever. But try to use me as a client, an artist, you know what I'm saying, like you pull up an artist client. And if that was true, like if I had to be competitive with anyone, and if he was and he was my agent, he would have contacted and say, you know what, yo, Miss Uncut, yo, Smooth, I need you to be at this venue. I have this event coming up. He would have had the whole setup. He would have promoted it. He would have had everything lined up. Promotion, you know what I'm saying, the competition and everything. And say, listen, I have competition, and this is the prize. This is, you know what I'm saying, this is what you're going to be competing for. This is the amount of people that's actually going to be joining in. He didn't do that. All Black Tiger does, wherever he is, wherever I am, he just makes sure that he just harassed me. That's not competition. You know what competition is? I think that you should look it up, and you need to make sure that your kids know what competition is. It's not to actually have somebody harass you. That's not what that's harassment. If you don't know what harassment is, you need to look it up. I know people don't like doing the work, but that could get you in a lot of that could get you in a lot of trouble, especially with a person that don't even know. what's going on. They don't know the person, what type of person that they're dealing with. And that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's very dangerous. That's for me, that's very dangerous. Very, 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 very dangerous. Like, very dangerous, okay? For someone to actually claim that they know you, but, you know what I'm saying, then, you know what I'm saying, and say that they, and then go about saying, well, I don't know her. But Black Tiger actually made his way of saying, well, I made her. He said he made me, but then he said he don't know me. You can't do both. It's like, which one is it? Do you know me? Did you make me? In order to make me, you would have to actually know me, and you would have to give me venues to actually go to compete. He's still running his, like, he ran his false narratives for so long. Let me tell y'all, Black Tiger ran his false narratives for so fucking long, where people still believe, because they wake up every day and they still think that this type of competition, and there isn't. In order for it to be a competition, there has to be a venue, not just you waking up to see, you know, like, which person, like, this is not, that's not how I run. That's not my shit. Like, oh, you know, I gotta, you know, like, I'm competing with this person without that person knowing. That's not a competition. Or you doing this race to yourself. You, not you against the person that you think in your head that you're competing with. That's imaginative. That's called maladaptive imagination. Some people don't know that they have maladaptive imagination. And Black Tiger, he has maladaptive imagination. He thought that I worked for him. He must have thought that I, like, he must have thought that I would, you know, like, he was my manager. He must have thought a lot of things that was not true. Okay? Like, that's just what the fuck it is. I want people to understand that. And when I'm also talking to kids, because I want y'all to understand, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, the shit that he doing, that shit to get, you know what I'm saying, like, that shit'll have your head fucked up. It'll have your, you know what I'm saying, your brain, it'll have your brain all types of fucked up. That shit will fuck you up, especially if nobody's correcting you, nobody's really telling you what the, you know, like, what the business is, and, like, that shit'll have you fucked up. Like, oh, I thought this, that, and that. Like, no. You don't, if you don't have a signed contract with this person to do certain things, what are you doing it for? Like, just to do it? Like, I understand some people, you know, like, they agree to certain things. And that's fine, but you cannot. Oh, there's no audio? For real? Can you hear me? Can you hear me better? You can't hear me at all. What about? Oh shit, you really dead ass can't hear me at all. That's crazy. I don't even, hold on before I put this shit on my face. Oh shit, hold on. What about now? Turn on microphone. All right, so what about now? Okay. I don't know how long I was speaking. I don't know how long I was speaking where y'all couldn't hear me. What up, Fladanka? What's good with you? Like, that's wild. Thank you so much. Word. Like, thank you. I appreciate it, because, damn. Because I just want people to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah, I know it happens. This shit is crazy. Like, this shit is really, it's bugged the fuck out. Like, this shit is really, I know it happens. You're right, it does happen. Cause you know I was ready to blame. You know I was ready to blame, like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga done did it again. Right, wow, for real. At me already, the fuck? Nah, I was pretty much explaining to everybody, in the industry, in the entertainment industry, pretty much, like, if somebody claims to know you, either it's it's pretty much a fan, a groupie, a manager, an agent, you know what I'm saying, things like that. And I'm talking about within the industry. And I was just pretty message how, you know what I'm saying, like I want, because like kids don't know. And when somebody's actually looking for their next victim, you know what I'm saying, like they're looking for their next victim, their next, like they preying on other people and shit like that. When it comes down to it, I know there are people who actually was in the same position that I was in. Have to know, like, you don't have to perform in something that, like, you don't have to perform in something that, you know what I'm saying, somebody made up in their head, or that, you know what I'm saying, like, especially if you didn't give the right to participate in, you don't have to perform in that shit. Especially if you, like, how are you performing for anything that you know that like you know nothing about? And I was pretty much telling everybody how I was pretty much telling everybody how how Black Tiger, like, he didn't set up venues. Thing that I did on my own. Any venue that I went to, any club that I went to, I went and I danced on my own. So when Black Tiger said he didn't know me, but Black Tiger also claimed that he made me. So how can you make somebody that you don't know? You gotta make it make sense to me. So it was just that, Flo. Yeah, it was just that. Like he pretty much tried to tell people, like, yo, he didn't know me. Yeah, he contradicted, like, how you make somebody that you don't know. Like, yeah, like, make it make sense. That's why I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just sit there and let him and fucking embarrass himself and make himself look fucking stupid, because it didn't make no sense of what the fuck he said. He's like, I don't know you. He was pretty much on his groupie shit. Like, he was pretty much on his. And I just need people to know that there is a difference. He would have. Yeah, he said, like, he told me, he was like, yo, yeah, but he was trying to make it seem like he made me. He was like, I made you. He said that. I forgot when I spoke to him. The last time I spoke, it was like, I think it was the second time when I spoke to him. And I was like, you made me? Like, motherfucker, you had your people come out to the Bronx. Like, even though he's out of state, he had his, he he actually thinks that count just because he told his people to come and follow and go any and everywhere I go. There's no manager that's going to sit up there. There's no manager or there's no agent, and we all know that shit. They're not going to be like, yo, we're going to shoot, you know what I'm saying, in the morning and have you compete with the next person that's next to you. That's not business. Fucking ain't nobody ain't no manager wasting their time, ain't no agent time with no shit like that. What? What? And I gotta bribe you to you? So you mean to tell me I'm a manager of mine? You mean to tell me that he didn't have my number to speak to me? Period. If he was an agent or a man, you know what I'm saying? Yo, people don't think. In order for him to be my agent or my manager, hello, he would have called me. Yo, I got this event, I got this venue I need you to go to. Like, they having a competition there. This is the prize. It's $1,000 prize, $2,000, whatever the fuck they giving away. All of the competition, all of the competitors is gonna be a dance competition. He would have said it would have been a dance. He would have said it would have been a fucking singing competition, a rap competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, he would have called my line. Saying, like, he would have hit me and like, yo, listen, I need you to be here at such and such time. Date. He was not a manager of mine. He was not an agent of mine. He was nobody. He just liked me. He was a groupie and he wanted to fuck me. He was a groupie. That's all he was, and that's okay. Like, it's okay with being a groupie. That's fine. I love the groupies because most groupies, they know how to control it. Most of the groupies, they know how to control. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. That's what I think. Most of them, they know how to. They know exactly the position that they need to play. But him, he took it to the extent where he wanted me and my exes to be fighting. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wanted all of these things to be happening. He wanted to be involved because he wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't want to see me with anybody else. He was a groupie. He tried to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did that shit for Nikki. Whatever I was doing, and we already know. I'm saying, like, we already know whatever I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever fucking talent or gift, and do it like this, and give it to, you know what I'm saying? Give it to anybody in the industry. It's confusing and shit, and like, it's like a big mind fuck, a big clusterfuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, while he's telling everybody, while he got my phone, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got my shit on fire, meaning that everything that I say is going straight to the fucking industry. Everything. Anything that I put out is going straight to them. They make sure they make money. He makes money off of that shit first. They get a piece of whatever the fuck is going on, while I don't get anything at all. So who's really the gold? Like, who's really the diamond over here? Who's really, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's him? Like, who the fuck is really worth something? Because it ain't him. He ain't have no fucking ideas at all. Think, y'all. Think about that shit. What an agent and a manager actually does. I was still making money off your things. Yeah. Wait, you said I was still making money off your things? What you? You said good looking, no problem. What you mean still making money off my thing? What you mean? Problem. Yeah, like, because you got to think about it, what a manager does. He's going to call you. He's not going to go through your security. He's not going to go through your concierge, whatever the fuck you got going on, through, you know what I'm saying, your doorman. He's not going to do all of that, or she's not going to do all of that, y'all. They make sure that they have to have your number so you could go to the fucking venue, tell you what it is, if you want to participate in that competition or not at that particular venue. Yeah, okay, it's a go. So you're going to meet them and you know what the stipulations are. You know what you're going to win. You know who you competing against. He's going to have a flyer and shit like that. Black Tiger making money off your content. Yeah. Like, you talking about still? He's still doing it? Yo, I'm calling, like, I swear to God, like, because, you know what I'm saying, like, this the only thing that, yo, I want to get him locked up, so ain't no way that he's still doing that shit. Like, he don't stop. He don't fuck, like, it's crazy. Like, he don't know. It's like he don't know the word no. Can you imagine? Like, in school, they teaching kids like, yo, nah, you can't tell the kid no. Crazy, he might be rich now and he robs everyone. Yeah. That's what he do. Like, that's his, like, he feel like that's his whole soul fucking purpose. He got yo, he has, listen y'all, on YouTube, he has a channel called His Kingdom. Two K's. His Kingdom. And he had people up there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's actually managing, he's a fucking agent. I feel like as soon as he seen Bigo agency, have fun with the best. What are you talking about? Not the best. Nobody, motherfucker, I hope I'm not a fucking mason. Somebody's really like, I feel like that's me too. I'm probably not even a fucking mason. Yeah, motherfuckers need to stay the fuck away from me. Like, I'm so serious. I'm dead ass. There's no way in the fucking world. Like, and I'm not saying that for all masons, but the ones that's really fucked up like that, and they taking my info and they sending that shit straight to the industry, straight to the entertainment industry. I'm talking about movies. I'm talking about everything, the music, everything. That's why that shit breaking the fuck down the way it is. If y'all want to know why everybody is coming out, because exactly what the fuck I said. You want to know why, you know what I'm saying, Nicki was acting crazy. As soon as I put that shit out and the right people see that shit, she was like, and she started getting really fucking retarded. Like, I'm sorry, this is sad, but her shit started getting mental. And I meant to pull that other shit up too at the same time, what I told y'all I was gonna fucking pull up. I forgot what the crazy thing. Let me pull this shit up if I can. This shit, like, I should not be going through all of this. I'm not, and promise you this, I'm not supporting no more, you know what I'm saying, like Republic music. I'm not supporting none of that shit. Any music that's being played right now, I'm not, no. Know why? Because it just lets me know. It just lets me know even more so who the fuck it really supports. I'm not supporting my own slave master. I'm not supporting that shit. I'm not listening to no music. I promise you, I won't believe music that's supporting my own slave masters. Now I understand when it was back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying, with all of the artists, and it was like, yo, they not getting paid and it's down the third, whatever. These, Nicki Minaj, she's a fucking plant. Cardi B, she's a plant. All of these motherfuckers, she got enough money, but she's people, like, yeah. Like, this shit is bugged the fuck out, y'all. I've never experienced this. This is the first time I'm actually have to, and I hope I get assistance in fucking handling this situation, because this shit is a lot for me. It's a lot for somebody to do all of this shit on their own. Just like Cat Williams to set up everything. When I was doing everything, like, yo, I went out to venues and I danced. I didn't have no competition because I wasn't in a competition with anybody. I was just going to the club, and people liked the way I danced. They liked the shit that I was doing. They was like, yo, that shit is for like this, down, the third, whatever. Yeah, that's all that shit was. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, when it come down to Black Tiger, he supposed to be he thought I was supposed to be competing with somebody. Nah, I was just in the club and I was just dancing after work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was, because I didn't like my job. So where did I take my anger? Where did I take my frustration? All of that energy? I took that shit to the club. I was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like my job, but I fucking did it. And I went like that, you know, like, and come to find out, I didn't know if I knew how to dance. Well, I just know I was like, yo, I need to get this energy off. That's what type I was like, yo, I need to get this energy off, because I hated my job. That helped me. That's the reason why I felt like, if, you know, if I became an attorney, I knew that shit was gonna piss me off, but I knew it too, so I know I could mix those things. But in this life, they're telling you that you can't, you're not allowed to dance when you become an attorney. When you're a kid, you don't think like that. You just like, oh, word, like, oh, I want to do that when I get older. When I was a kid, all I wanted to do was be a, that's all I wanted to do. I ain't gonna hold you, yeah, Fladanka. Fladanga, like that's all I wanted to do was be an attorney. But you know what I'm saying, I was just like, I had a feeling for other things too. So I'm like, oh, you can mix, you know what I'm saying, like once I started getting other gigs for different companies and things like that, I put myself onto shit. And when I say my fans put me on, you know what I'm saying, I had fans. You know what I'm saying, like I didn't even know I had fans. Like people was just like, yo, we love it. I didn't look at it as a fan standpoint. I never looked at it as such. It was just like, oh, like people really like the way I dance. All right, it's cool. I didn't really think about off of it until, because I got sick. I was just like, you know, like I gotta take care of my health, because I'm like, damn. Like the main thing I was thinking about was like, yo, get away from this fucking job. I don't want to work here for the rest of my life. I want to do other things. And I was dealing with security. As soon as I got into driving, I got sick of driving too. I was just like, yo, I want a different outlet of making money. And I try to find different ways. I went into cab driving. I was like, yeah, like I went into cab driving and things like that nature. And I like being a cabbie. That was my shit. But at the same time, I was, you know, like I was working for the wrong company and I didn't have credentials. So I had to, like, I didn't step up my credentials because that's exactly what I was trying to find another way. And this is when Uber was just starting to come out. So you needed more than a little bit fucking with Uber when they first, you know what I'm saying? And this is when they started, you know, like that's when the fights and the arguments, you know what I'm saying? Like they was fighting over the contracts and shit like that. And I'm just like, damn. That's when Uber started coming out with they shit. And I was just like, damn, where's that leave me? Because now I gotta watch how they do their contract. Like, is it really gonna be worth it? They got Lyft coming in. It was so many companies coming in. Remember, this is New York. To have different options and things like that nature. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna just wait around, because you know what I'm saying, like you see how investors roll. They want to see how a company do. That's exactly what happened. So that's, you know, like when this whole thing happened, this whole Nicki Minaj situation, and yeah, like yo, let me tell you, they had like 4 companies coming in after Uber. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but where do I, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do I stand with it? Because I don't want anybody, especially if the company is new. I'm like, I don't know what it looked like. I'd rather sit up there and drive one of those, you know, like sit up there and just drive one of those vans that take, you know what I'm saying, that take forth to the mountains and some shit like that. Like that's a good look, because you know that's a good job. And people be sleep, you know, they don't be on it like that. Shit, like y'all, listen, I want to go home. Get there, get us there safely. I'll pay you, and that's just what the fuck it is. Like I don't. People like, yeah, like people are telling me like, yeah, you need to go and join MTA. But I heard that you don't have a life when you join MTA. That's just what, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what the fuck it is. Like you really deadass, you know. So that's when I started really thinking. I was like, damn, I'm telling myself like, damn, why don't I sit up there and I try to create some type of dance business and shit like that? When I said that shit, it was like all hell blew and shit. What, you want to create a dance business, this, that, and the third, whatever? And here came the sabotage after sabotage after sabotage after sabotage. Here comes the unknown. But known to me, y'all. But known to me. Like, I was like, where are these people coming? Yeah, like, my ex, he joined, and I was just like, what is all of this for? What all of this shit is for? Nobody can tell me what the fuck this shit is all about. Nobody just couldn't tell me anything. Now, what am I to sit up there and think? I'm like, well, you know, like if I go to the club, so I tested it out a few times. I said, well, let me see what happens when I go to the club. Because it's dancing, right? It gotta be about dancing. It couldn't be about anything else. It had to be about dancing, because that's what everybody like. And that's what you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, you know, everybody's like, yeah, come back and dance. But I go into the club. Finally make my way back to the fucking club. Usually people, you know, they approach me when I'm in a club or whatever. They come and they approach me. They come dance with me. We have fun and things like that. There's no competition. Nobody announced nothing. We want to see who danced the best, this, that, and the third, or if you rap or what. Showcase, mind you, I used to go to showcases all the time, but I never rap. I just go, who's the new underground artist. And I'm not talking about for dance, because I can never catch like the dance community. I would love to see the community go to fucking clubs. You understand? On YouTube, I gotta cut this one. Hold on, I'm gonna talk about it. But join me on YouTube at Miss Uncut MMC or Miss Uncut SMOOV.